I'm here in Austin at the big 5G event. I've been joined by Samir Marwaha from Sandvine. He's the Chief Solutions Officer. Samir, thanks for joining me today. Welcome to Austin and the heat.
It's my pleasure.
Could you tell us a little bit about Sandvine and what your company does exactly, maybe, to start off?
Yeah, Sandvine is an application and network intelligence company. What we really do is we help service providers deliver high quality applications to their enterprise and consumers. We've been in the business for over a couple of decades.
Yep.
We're a company that has focused really on application classification, having analytics solutions for service providers to determine what traffic is going through their networks. And then we're one of the few trusted vendors to be inline. So we help our service provider customers to optimize their networks and monetize their networks after they determine what applications are going through those networks. So they can make their performance better, they can make the applications secure, and they can monetize those applications.
Okay, and 2 decades is a long time, obviously, going back way before the sort of 5G era.
Sure.
But how's the work sort of changed, I guess, with 5G? What are the implications of that for you?
Yeah, the world has obviously changed quite a bit from the voice world and then 3G and 4G transitions and now coming into 5G. The usage of applications continues to go up the roof, right? We recently released a global internet phenomena report, which we do for the industry to talk about the trends on the internet. And we see now for the first time the big 6 technology providers, it's the standard Facebook, Amazon, Google, Netflix of the world, they're now over 50% of the internet traffic. So
wow.
It has the trend. If you look at the trend, they were like 43% or so in 2019. In 2021, there were 57%. So in 2 years, that's a pretty big jump. And
that's huge,
we
yeah.
see, the application usage going up, and hence the need for solutions like ours to determine what's going through those networks, and to be able to monetize it and to make the experience better. So,
I guess it helps at a time of sort of traffic explosion, as you say, and lots of investment required in that, to have the ability to sort of monitor what's going on, and just from a sort of cost efficiency perspective.
That's right. Yeah. First, cost efficiency, so you can plan for these applications. The personas we usually engage with in a service provider is the planning team, the operations teams, to be able to first plan for new services and what applications will be running on them, and then to be able to troubleshoot and get to the next best action or root cause analysis of where is the problem. Because you and I as consumers, when we are immersed in our application usage, whether it's social media, whether it's video streaming or gaming applications, it's our experience in those applications that makes us happy or unhappy with our service provider. Even though it may be Facebook's problem or Tesla's problems as determined by some outages last year, but we typically tend to blame our service provider, and those are the people who receive calls when something goes wrong.
Very much so. Yeah.
So we want them to be fully aware of what's going on and to be able to act on it.
And have you been able to sort of trace improvements in customer satisfaction levels and reliability of these kinds of services on carrier networks that you're supporting?
Absolutely. So we're able to see not just service provider experience improvement, or even, and for that matter, even enterprise application improvement, but also to be able to get superior ROI, return on the investments. They're able to better plan. They're able to defer CapEx when they optimize the networks for those applications.
Okay, and you mentioned the 6 big tech companies. Obviously, it seems like you have some news that you've announced involving one of those players. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, that news that recently was released by Google. This was for their Google Cloud Platform, GCP, and they announced some partners, and they highlighted Sandvine as part of their ecosystem. And this is crucial for us in the sense we have been working on having all our portfolio be cloud native, and our service providers, whether in partnerships with cloud providers like AWS or Google or Microsoft, or in competition with these guys. There's always a competition between the two based on the type of deployment, or if it's private networks versus public networks. They do need these folks to be able to deploy all these solutions to be cloud native so they can be more efficient going forward. And to be able to deploy Sandvine solution in cloud environment, it really gives them a distinct advantage to be able to quickly identify the internet traffic and to be able to optimize it and monetize it in a cloud native environment. So Google is ahead in terms of their ecosystem play. Everybody's in their own niche area and focusing on different things, but Google in telco space has been focusing on ecosystem.
In terms of bringing in partners that they can work with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so we're really excited about being one of their partners.
Great. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me, Samir, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.